A marathon, a 5K, any of that stuff?
I did a 5K long ago. So, but yeah, I do wanna tap into that.
Yeah. And
hmm
you're from here, born and raised?
Raised, for sure. I'll call myself native. I don't know. I've been here since I was 6.
What state you come from?
I was an army brat,
Mm.
so we was
Overseas?
everywhere.
Okay,
I
okay.
was yeah, we was overseas as well. I um I was born in Cali, Santa Clara, San Jose. I moved when I was 2, and then I've been to
That was that.
Germany. I've been to all those places, Mexico, obviously, Texas.
But
And
you
then
like Colorado the most?
oh yeah, we even moved back during COVID. We moved to
Sorry.
California. No, you're good. No, this weed is, it
Okay,
was
gotcha.
smoke. Um, yeah, no, I was what, 2? Yeah, I was 6. I thought I was 8 years old actually, but I confirmed with my mom the other day. She was like, "Yeah,
It was 6 years old.
6 years old." I was like, "Yeah."
What high school you go to out here?
South,
Is this called South?
Denver South High School. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Back in 2006,
That's when you
graduate.
graduated?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when I went to high school. 2006, I was a freshman.
Oh, okay.
Oh six, yeah. I graduated 2010.
Yeah.
Then went to college, then started teaching, and then came here.
Okay. Which
So
tell me.
this is Flexlander Radio, the Puff Responsibly show because we're smoking. I guess I can do a little breakdown of the podcast. I usually just like to start talking, and I do all the intro and the editing later. But I can give you a rundown for the podcast.
Please, yeah.
I started doing bodybuilding shows when I was like 19, and did like 3 shows back to back when I was in college. And as I was doing the shows, I just created a big brand. This is right when social media started getting big, like 2011, 12. It was the alarm just in case I fell asleep. It was a long night last night.
Oh shoot. Oh, tell me all about it.
I will, I will.
Mhm.
I thought oh, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, the alarm's off. So yeah, started a brand. And then in 2015, 2016, we started like recording our conversations, just me and the homies and shit. And my cousin had his own little radio setup at his crib, so I used to go over there, and I would bring people that I just knew around the city onto the show and just interview them about business.
Mm.
So we would talk business stuff, we would talk life stuff, self love stuff, just everything I do now. Is how we started. Just good conversation, right? We want to get to the point where we want our guests to be like they're just hanging out with some friends. Like you just forget that the camera's there, you forget that you're mic'd up, and you're just kicking it. Like a big thing for us is we like to do podcast parties. For the internet shit is cool and it's good to get the views and clicks, but our major thing is just really bringing people together in one central place and just talking and vibing. Um, so I say all that to say, I come to Denver a year and a half ago, and Puff Responsibly was actually so my brand is called Flex Slammer. Puff Responsibly
Okay.
was a shirt we made in like 2018. Because my birthday's on 420, so I made a shirt to wear for my birthday that day, and I just put Puff Responsibly on it. And then it's always just been like a shirt. So I come out here and I'm like, okay, I have my own brand. I still teach. Well, I'm a professional life. I'm a teacher, so I'm like, okay, I can, kind of switch the direction because this is not Atlanta. You know what I mean? Denver's not even close to Atlanta. Colorado's not even close to Georgia. So it's like I had to switch it up. You know what I mean? And since weed was so, well, not even so, but since weed is just natural and just legal and everybody, is open to it, I was like, well, I might as well take the Puff Responsibly shirt and make it into something. And so I reached out to Danny. It's actually funny how I met Danny. I was on a dating app and I really wasn't on there for anything. and I saw her, and I just liked like her look and her image and all of that, and I just reached out and said, "Hey, I'm not on here to date." That's I opened it up with that. I'm like, "But I do like your look. You want to do this podcast with me?" And she said, "Yeah." And then ever since then, that was like a year ago, and ever since then, I brought her on, and I just kind of make her like the face of it. Because again, my professional life, I'm a teacher, so I just can't do too much. Like, can't do too much on screen stuff. Um, but I can do. I just like doing behind the scenes. So yeah, that's just
And
kind of
here
like
we
a rundown.
are.
Yeah,
What?
we here we
Yeah.
are,
Oh my gosh.
and I just like, and so I took the whole format from back home talking to entrepreneurs,
Uh huh.
brought it here, and I just talked to people in the cannabis industry, and then we just talk about we talk about just everything, like how'd you get into it, like whether you're a grower, whether you have your own brand, whether you're somebody that puts events together. And I just like to talk, man. It's like I really like picking people's brain. Like I'm a nosy person. um
Period.
and I took like humanities in college, and it just made me just
Mm,
like really like just find humans just interesting, and I feel like we are definitely interesting, so I just like talking to people.
that's awesome.
and I only just for like I would do this even without the cameras and the mics, but it's because we have the brain, you have a brand, we can put out content. It's like you might as well record it, you might as well
Hmm.
put it out there if if that's who you are. So again, like you said, that's we're here now, and I just talk to people throughout the industry out here. I try to learn as much as I can learn too, because I don't know much about
You don't
cannabis at
know?
all.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, because I mean,
okay.
back home it's not legal. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha.
we're
Okay,
still calling the homie to try to pull up and try to buy something. Like it's still like that. I move out here
that's
and you
so
just
funny.
literally go to the store, and I'm like, damn, you just go to the store and buy some weed.
That's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
So I just
Well,
like so thank you for coming on the show.
yes. For
I want to pick your brain, and then of course, like I said earlier, I want you to like tell people what you have going on, plug yourself in, plug the homies in, like just want trying to spread the love, really. Definitely trying to
amazing.
spread the love.
Okay, I do have. I know this is. I know it's the podcast for me, but
Mm-hmm.
like I have some questions.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like it's really just we
Okay,
just
cool.
talk and vibe. That's why I like to
Amazing.
ask people how much time they have, because I can make this short, sweet, 30 minute. Let's get to the point, or we can just literally just
Okay, no,
sit
well,
back
I
and
didn't
kick it.
see no the breakdown beforehand,
Mm,
and usually they podcasts like they will send out like this is what you expect and stuff, and then I was like, oh, this is a conversation. I love this so much. So
yeah,
um
because I could do the
and
format stuff,
no, and you should,
but
and you should, but like you don't have to just structure it just like that. But like the something that I'm learning in business is that, and I took a personality test. You're a teacher, right? I'm mom. I also was an advocate for fully funded kindergarten back in 2018. So we passed fully funded kindergarten here in Denver
mm,
or in Colorado. So I was part of that campaign. So with that being said, there's just things that need to just happen because they're realistic. They're, and we as entrepreneurs are very, um, we make decisions very fast, which makes opportunities open up. And like, but where is the line of where you're like, okay, I have to have at least something in order to keep it at flow, because then I see is that you are probably going to more than likely blow up, because this is amazing. I was like, I love the puff responsibility because I'm a mom and I'm a life coach and I am in the cannabis industry. And
yeah,
so
you gotta be responsible with it. Like,
hmm and
mm,
so you should have that. You should have that as just a sense of, but if it's something like this is just a conversation, then have some type of format where, you're like, this is an open conversation and this is what we talk about. And then you're just kicking it in my couch type of deal. But this yeah, uh, this is not Atlanta.
mm,
I don't think we've ever thriven as somebody from Denver. I don't think we've ever thought that it would. Well, we kind of saw it for the innovators out there,
mm.
that it was something was going to happen
In Atlanta or
here,
here? Okay, okay, okay.
here, because a little bit of percentage here in Denver is minorities, right? and more so blacks. It's only about 10% blacks here um,
I thought it
in
was
the
less
area.
than 10.
I think it's no, I think it's 10 now.
Hmm.
But correct me if I'm wrong. But even still, like there is a community, and within like you reaching out to just different people, that alone would just create
Mm.
the community, and you see your people there. Like there's, and that's why I'm into events, because I see all types of people.
Yeah.
I see all types of people, and I think that comes from school. And so, what teacher? What do you teach?
Right now, I'm a homeschool teacher of two
Okay,
sixth graders and a ninth grader. Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, I like the homeschooling. Like I was at a charter school back home, but
Hmm.
when I moved out here, I was like, I don't want to be back in the classroom. So I, you know, did my thing. Found this family, offered my services, and they hired me.
What
Yeah.
about tutoring on like, or is it more, or is this not for entrepreneur sake?
Hmm.
Is that good for you? Are you comfortable with just that, or growing into just other tutoring, or or grow flexland, or what is it exactly?
What do you mean? What do you like at this from this point?
Just, yeah, to monetize what you are doing. I know you said you want to do the podcast and have people in here, or is
Mm-hmm.
it not, you're behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also the one that's making decisions?
Mm-hmm.
So where do you see this integrating into, or
Oh yeah, so
bigger picture?
I keep the teaching and the brand pretty separate.
Okay.
Like at one time I used to do tutoring sessions. And we tried to brand, or I thought about branding it with the brand. This is before we even started with the weed. This
Okay.
was just straight fitness.
Mm.
So I don't know if I personal training. I've done personal training for 10 years. Like after I stopped bodybuilding, I went into personal training and teaching. So um, I keep that separate. So from now, what I want to do with this podcast, with this brand, like at the end of the day, we want to sell clothes. Like that's like I made the most. I made a lot of money training people, but on them slow seasons, I made a lot of money with clothes. So when I came out here, all my shit was like Atlanta related, and that shit was not hitting. So I started. I love flannels, and
Mm.
so I started just collecting flannels and putting different self love sayings on the back. We did the puff responsibly on the back, and that's just been jumping. So at the end of the day, like um, Danny does crochet, so we all have our own thing. The podcast, it, like we wanted, like of course we would accept it if it blows up, of course, but like we really just do it just to hang out, and get people's attention, bring people around. And at the end of the day, Danny tries to sell her crochet. At the end of the day, I sell my fitness. It's just that like with this stuff, we both love to smoke weed. We both live here. She's from California also.
Hmm.
Um, and we just love to just bring people around, talk, and we'll just I don't know. We just like the vibe. So if in
Well, you said you've been in business for 10 years,
I
right?
started this in 2012,
Okay.
but we didn't come up with the logo and an actual vision until 2014.
Okay.
Hmm. But like I said, it was all just fitness based. So we have our gym back home. Trained a lot of clients. Probably trained over I don't even know close to 1,000 different clients. Um, Kids, old people, athletes, regular people. 'Cause like I said, I did 3 bodybuilding shows. So like
Damn, that's cool.
I had the I had the history. You know what I mean? I had
Mm-hmm.
the look. I
Mm.
have the education. So I never had to sell myself as a personal trainer, right? And so the team, it's 5 of us back home. So I bring it's me and Janine. Janine is like so. Remember, I think you said something about the Google Calendar. Like add me to your calendar. I think we first started talking, and I said I don't know how to do
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
So back home, I had somebody to do all of that. Like I was just the person that was kind of like
yeah.
pointing, you know what I mean, and funding.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, leading,
Yeah,
you
but I
know?
had somebody do all the emails, had somebody reaching
Oh,
out and
okay.
doing that. So like I try to do that now, and it's like, damn, I'm just really not good at that. And it's like I try, and it's like it's just not my thing. That's why it's better
Yeah.
me having somebody to do it. I just haven't found the person out here that I really trust with, because everybody back home we all went to high school together, so it's like real like
Well, and it'd be virtually too. You mean, so like if it is someone over there, it'd be like virtual.
nah. I
But you,
just
oh, you like it?
I
Okay.
like it. I like to be
Oh, okay.
around you, and I
I have
want
a
you to.
few people in mind actually.
Yeah, and I would just need them, just honestly, like we'll sit down and have a conversation. But if I could
Hmm.
have somebody to fill out the schedule, like talk to me and or do it for me and Danny, like fill out the schedule for podcasts, have a format, a layout, find a space. Because the only reason I do it here is I just haven't found a space that I want. Because back home we had a in-home studio, then we had an office, and
Okay.
so we did the in-home studio just for like the homies, people that we knew. But when we did our events and shit, we did it at the space. Um, but right now I've just been doing it at the crib, which has been cool. But like you said, it's gonna blow up. And me and Danny think it's gonna just get bigger. And yeah, we're gonna need a consistent space, because we could do this shit every week if we wanted to. Just
Hmm.
have people come on and just talk. Because we work with Indico Dispensary out in Colorado Springs. We working with Havana Leaf, and a lot of people that we talk to um, work with a lot of brands. Like, the only reason I moved to Denver is because of Bradley. Bradley.
Yeah, my girl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I even moved here.
And that's the only reason I know you is because I started seeing you because of her
Mm,
page, and
yeah,
yeah, and I'm telling you, the puff response is key
yeah,
as well because we adults and we gotta adult sometimes, but also you're bringing community together by hosting your podcast parties, your podcast, and
hmm,
um, so as long as you just keep the community in Denver,
yeah,
it just here, and that's what I like that because you're like, no, like I don't know if you know, but if you've experienced it yet or will, you're 10 years in, but there's just some people that just do not want to support because you or people that come to the state want to just take over and they don't have the community involved, and I'm not name dropping, no free advertisement. So,
mm,
just kidding.
I
But
got you.
there's brands, big brands or
Mm,
small brands that come and take advantage of the community, and you've seen it
mm,
already. I'm part of Bradley's community, and if Danny, she has her own people, and it's like all of us, and we all connect in some way, shape, or form together. And
mm,
so as long as you're doing that, it's gonna be great. And you've done that at home, like you're all about that. So
yeah.
yeah, it will happen. So yeah, you need a team.
Need a team.
So you need a team.
Because
So
also, like, one of the things I do, like outside of fitness and outside of this, like I love photography and videography.
okay.
And so like I have my own like just portfolio, just pictures, you know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
So whenever I try to promote myself, I have tons of stuff to show them. So what I like to do is like to take the camera, just kind of like this past weekend or whatever week, 2 weekends ago, the backyard boogie, and I just made just a lot of content. And um and it's good because it's like I don't really need to be in front of the camera, but if I can make content for all these other people and it can get them, some comments, some clicks, and all that, like it makes me feel good because everybody gets to put themselves out there.
Well, maybe you could give me some pointers because I was really never like face either. Like I
Mm,
was always like I've been I guess that's how we could tap in, huh, to the cannabis industry. So I'm 37. So back in middle school is when I first tried it, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
mm,
But I didn't start smoking up until high school, like freshman year for sure.
okay.
And then I just did. I was the type of student that, like, I believe now that I've done the campaigning
Mm,
for Colorado, I am learning that I was one of those kids that like slipped through the cracks.
mm,
So I did graduate. I did have yeah, a GPA, and I was actually reading at like eighth grade level.
mm,
And that is that we pushed. We pushed because in Colorado, about 40% of Colorado kids in the third grade are not reading reading level at
Mm.
their, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's pretty high. It's pretty high. So 40% of these kids are just not reading even at a third grade level. It's
Yeah, that
crazy.
is high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, anyways, I say that to say that we really, marijuana, cannabis was the thing that kept me very creative. So, since I was one of the people that slipped through the cracks of high school, I did choir, I did band, I played the violin, I was a cheerleader, I was a dancer, I was in art, um, volleyball, drama. I was in, um, yeah, I was in drama. Oh yeah, I was in musicals as well. And so I did all these things in high school to just keep me busy and to at least keep me at a, like, on top of it on
Mm.
an average, right? To graduate. So then I graduated, went to pharmacy technician, got that, didn't even pursue that. So in this course, I just kept like smoking, and so then I got pregnant at 20, couldn't smoke because I was pregnant, and so I was like losing my mind. I believe, I feel,
Mm.
um, and then yeah, and then so my pregnancies, I didn't smoke, and within that was happening. I had a friend. Her name's Krista Jones. She's the owner of the THC Girls and the Highly Connected, and she was doing marketing for cannabis 10 years ago, 14 years ago. We actually turned 11 years this month, which is amazing. So,
Exciting.
yeah, we're super excited. And so I always kept tabs with her because her life was about marketing, cannabis, helping brands grow and just be rooted in community. So the THG Girls was one of the first ambassadors that you see now, in booths and stuff.
Mm.
Like, we were doing that first. We were bringing out models, and they were like brand repping, cannabis brands and stuff like that. So I was watching this as I was like pregnant and having, and and I was just like, damn, that's so amazing how she's just bringing it together. So anyways, so fast forward to now, 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I got out of depression. I struggled with my brother's death, grandpa's death, and so I was really in this space of very dark space. And then personal development was introduced to me by a good friend and into this company, and so I was just going to these conferences, and it was like opening my mind to, like, oh yeah, I am creative, I am amazing, I am all these things, right? And so as a woman having postpartum and all these things, like, when you find that light again, like, it's over. It becomes almost like an obsession of personal development. Like, now you're like, now I want to read all the books, and now I can happily say I know how to, like, finish a book,
Yeah.
right? Like, I finished about
Excuse
25
me.
books, and that's how I got into life coaching. And so, but I smoked weed. And so, right, 3 years ago, Krista actually reached out to me, and she was like, hey, she's like, I see what you're doing as a life coach and pushing positivity and growth mindset. She's like, I would like to work together. And I was like, oh my God, I always wanted to be a THC girl. Like, I was like super hyped. I was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah, girl. And I see her because she's an entrepreneur. She pushes her brand and she makes money. So she's a business coach. So she teaches you how to make money and build a brand authentically and organically. So I was like, hell yeah, like, guide your vibe. I need that. And so all of a sudden, I had to become the face of, so I'm with you, like, I'm like behind the scenes. Like, I'm like behind the scenes, and all of a sudden I have to show face and like just show those skills, and like, how do I bridge that? And so I see how you're keeping it separate,
Mm.
and then like I want to keep it separate, but it's like my life, and it saved
Yeah.
my life. So cannabis did save my life. My community has saved my life. I'm so grateful to do growth mindset work, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I really live by, and that's what I do. And yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take that opportunity. When you said I'm behind the scenes, I'm like, no, listen, I was behind the scenes, and now I get to meet all my friends that were in Denver building brands.
Yeah.
Like now I'm outside. Like now I'm like, because remember I was in postpartum, so I wasn't really going out. Like
Mm.
I was taking care of my kids. You know, my youngest was like almost at in the spectrum, and I was like, hell no. And I was like, let's get you some therapy, and like, and so I really honed it into family. And so now that I get to be out here, you know, do these things, and you know, my kids are a lot older, I'm now kind of like merging them into my life. And
Mm.
I'm like, how do I do that? Because now I'm like, they're like, they know mom's like, they're like, mom's gonna go smoke in the garage, you know, just give her time, you know, they know. And I, but you know, so
Mm.
yeah, so love my life. I'm grateful to be here, grateful to meet somebody that's in the trenches with me in the aspect of bridging that gap, or how to keep it separate, how to be, you know, I feel seen. I feel hella seen right now. So I appreciate your platform. This is great. I love
Yeah.
this. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely love the vibe. Have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Meet some people. Have some memories. Have some good laughs, and then learn stuff too. Because obviously, I like to teach shit. So we'll just have conversation, literally just to learn some shit. And so people will always come back to me like, "Man, I've been thinking about that one time I was on your podcast. I've just been thinking about this." And I'm like, "Hey, it's good that you can just think about stuff. Like, just take it with you.
Yeah. No, I
Have a
needed
good
this
time."
because that's what I do. You know, I have clients that, you know, I'm pouring into. And so this is more like a pour to me, you know? And
Yeah.
so I love being poured into. You know, I also invest in myself. I have a budget every month that I invest in myself into, you know, getting poured into, like
Mm.
conferences, books, classes, dance classes, you know, because dance is, or, you know, any type of that stuff. So, yeah, love that.
Yeah. And I think the first time I saw you was at the self love event. At Green Spaces. Was that? I think so. And the only reason I was
Is it the
there,
Lovers Market? The Lovers Market?
it was like a month ago, maybe. Um, yeah, Indy was running the table. Uh,
Oh, the mental wealth experience.
yes.
Oh, that was my
That
event.
was yeah. I pulled
Yes.
up
Oh, amazing.
because I know the DJ, so she
Adrian?
came. Yeah.
Oh my God, Adrian's my fam.
Mm,
Yeah, he's part of the highly connected and
yep. Yep.
integrated
Yep.
with all that too.
So I pulled up.
Um,
I,
that's
I
amazing.
pulled up to see him.
Oh, I love that.
And but I definitely like the event too because going back to when I was a personal training, me and my business partner one day sat back and we realized that some of these clients really don't even really want to. They're not here to work out. They're just here to like pour into something, like talk, like you said, talk
Mm,
about it. So we
mm-hmm,
used to have clients come in and we'll be on a damn treadmill for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and that's all they wanted to do. But we talked the whole time. I'm like, hey, we should start a little group discussion class, and we called it Self Love Sundays because neither one of us are
mm,
therapists, so we couldn't call it like group therapy or anything. So we called it Self Love Sundays, and what we used to do, this is for our clients and anybody else in the city that wanted to come.
mm-hmm,
Um, and every other Sunday we would meet up. We would go to like go bowling, go out to eat or something, and then after that we would come back to the gym. We would sit in a circle and then we would just talk about life. No cameras, no microphones, and then we would just talk about life. So happy stuff, sad stuff.
mm-hmm,
We've helped people, and again, we're not therapists. It's just off general conversation, but we've had people come back and say like, they've got out of their addiction.
mm,
We've had somebody say they had a family issue. They said they was able to resolve that with just tips and conversations with other people in the class. They just took that into consideration, and then they were able to better their life with that. So I'm like, okay, I like that type of shit. So we
mm.
did that for like 2 years, and we stopped right when the pandemic happened because we couldn't all get together. Uh, and we tried to do the virtual, and virtual just wasn't the same. I just wanted I wanted everybody in the building so we could feed off
Damn,
each
that's
other's
cool.
energies and stuff.
That's
So
amazing. So you went. So thank you for coming to the event and
mm,
supporting Adrian. Adrian's great. That was actually my first. I would say I believe that was my first event ever that I
it was
built.
good. Yeah, I liked
That
it.
event was enrooted into my brother that had passed. He passed from pancreatitis at 23 years old.
Mm.
So there was a lot of things, and that was it's turning 7 this year, and so I've learned a lot about a lot. So with that, this was in honor of him and those that we have lost into that. And I believe that as far as mental health, how that ties into my brother is that because it wasn't by suicide, it wasn't by, but I believe that the choices that he was making because he wasn't feeling safe in his environment, that this is the way that it was a compound effect of just things that was going on with him. And he was also bisexual, and so being gay now, being gay 7 years ago, or being 7 years ago was very different also.
Mm.
So
Even
there
here
was a
in
lot.
even
Huh?
here in Denver,
Hmm?
it was just even here in Denver, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
I
different.
mean,
Check the
it's
cameras.
growing.
Yeah.
It's doing, as far as um with resources and safer spaces for that community, it's growing. Yeah, we didn't have spaces like that 7 years ago, which we did. It wasn't really it was just very different, I feel like, especially
Okay.
me being Mexican. Like, it was just a whole nother thing. But
Mm.
that was my first event in honor of him, and I got all my people together that follow that same path. And so, yeah, so I've heard many great things already about it. Like, right when they were leaving, they were like, "So are you doing this like every month?" And I was like, "What?"
Mhm.
I was like, "I'll let you know." And so they were like, "This can't happen once a year. Like, this is crazy.
Mm.
This is crazy." I was like, "Oh shit. Well, fuck. Okay. Well, I do want to make a Spanish version with, like all Spanish vendors, all that resources, talks for my community, right?
Mm.
And then I want to have a cannabis edition one. And then we'll
That'd be
talk,
cool.
yeah, because this one was all ages. My kids were involved, like all the cool things, and yeah. And so that I just needed to start something because I was getting like antsy. I was like, I just need to do something because I just need like a foundation
Mhm.
to just build from that. And so, but I did pour my heart into it still and everything. So
Yeah, I
yeah, it
enjoyed
was
it.
great. So yeah, what you think about it? What you'd like
I
about it?
enjoyed it.
Okay. How long were you there? I don't like, did I see you? I'm so confused.
Nah, you probably didn't see me.
Okay.
Like, I just
No,
I
it's
don't
cool.
know. I had just come in, just like I said, look really low key. But I came in, definitely walked around, checked everything out, and there was a sheet in the front that said if you want to be a part of this next one. So I wrote my name and everything,
Okay.
email, all of that.
Okay.
Um, and then like I said, just I think I had something else to do, but I just told Adrian I'll just pull up because I didn't know what kind of event it was. He just said, "Hey, I'm DJing here. Comes, pull up."
Oh, gotcha.
So I didn't
Okay.
know what I was walking into.
Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, it was cool for something I didn't know what I was walking into. Definitely enjoyed
Oh,
it.
amazing. Okay,
Hmm.
cool. Yeah, shout out to Casita Cutie, Izzy Blaze down. I couldn't have done that without her for sure,
Yeah,
and team. So yeah, that's great.
yeah, I
Okay.
loved it. It was
Yeah,
cool.
so I
So are you
do.
gonna do more a year, or just once a year, or once a month? Cause I wrote my name on the list, and I'm like, I
No,
just
I
want to
do have
know.
the list. I looked at it and I was like, and I keep looking at the list like I have to reach out to these people because they want to be part. And I'm like, I'm don't have anything. And my husband was like, then tell him you don't have anything, but you acknowledge that they signed up. I was like, right. See, yes, of course. Like, so I'm just kind of like I was thinking like once a year because then after that, like, I want it to be like, ultimately, it's going to be like at the like Coliseum. Like,
Mhm.
it's like think AI, think headphones, think like immersive technology experience type deal. Yeah, so that's where I foresee that happening,
Mm,
or that event
I like that.
growing to. Yeah. So I don't know. Yes, I will reach out to you by the end
Mm.
of the summer. It's like, just kidding.
Just
No.
let me
Oh,
know either way.
okay.
I'm
No,
down
but I
for it.
do need to put the cannabis one in action because I want it
Hmm.
to be during 420,
Mm.
and this would be great, right? Okay, yeah. Love that for me and
Yeah.
myself, my aha moments. I love that. Thank you.
Hmm. Of course, of course. Um. So, oof, sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
But
let's
he's good. Like he's just
yeah,
like
he's said
taught. Just
talk.
like
I do this all the time. It's crazy. Let's go into some more like more general conversation. You like
hmm
sports? Played any sports growing up?
Yeah, I did soccer. I'm
Okay.
a soccer coach now too. For the
Mm.
kiddos,
You still be out there showing them the
I
moves?
I I am showing them the moves. I took I did this spring and it was so cool. It was
Okay.
amazing. It was my first time. So now I'm certified. It was
Mm.
my first time just getting. So I am that. But yes, I
Okay.
did soccer, volleyball in high school. But other than that, yes, I'm very athletic. I was just talking to the
Mm.
friend. I was
Mm.
like, I need to get into this flag football thing that y'all have every Wednesday.
Ooh.
I was like, I need to put some pep in my step because I am athletic.
You support women's sports,
Oh
100%.
yeah, yeah.
Have you ever been to a women's basketball game?
A basketball game.
Have you ever been?
No,
No.
isn't that crazy?
Um.
But I've seen them play in the park. They be going in. Those are my girls. Shout out to 80th and Federal or 90th,
They be hooping at
99.
the park for real. I need to start pulling up to the parks.
Well,
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of basketball
summer
parks.
just started. This was like last year, obviously. But like they be putting
Mm.
in work. I'm like, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds. Let me just, I'm a little, yeah, but I love basketball. Me and my husband go one on one. He's like
Mm.
amazing and like I know how to play defense.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think in 2 years, or I say about 10 years, I think in the WNBA they'll start having like 8-figure contracts.
10 years?
Is it like it between 5 to 10? Yeah,
Um, I say 0 to 5.
8 figures.
Yeah, because we've been in momentum for a
Yeah,
couple of years already.
they have that new
Mm,
CBA deal in 2 years. So depending on how that looks, and then these kids that are
okay.
coming up in college right now, like
Be different.
the WNBA is scary, dog. Like
Dude.
I like to tell people, I just love sports and
Oh,
athletics.
okay.
So
Uh-huh.
and when it comes to the Olympics, like nobody is touching women's basketball,
Oh,
they're gonna be like that for at least another 50 years.
mm.
Men's basketball, mm,
They're like hitting some
they're
plateaus right now. What's going
it's
on?
been the past 10 years they haven't looked dominant, but women's basketball on a world scale,
Oh, I
bro,
love that.
nobody's touching this country.
Oh, I love
And
that.
so when I look at the WNBA, I'm like, dog, WNBA has only been around for what 25, 30 years. So it's only in its
Okay.
baby stage. The NBA has only been around for 75 years. So basically the WNBA is going through what the NBA went through when they first started. They wasn't making any money.
No
Like
money.
NBA, the players had like 2, 3 jobs and they played professional basketball. So that there was no money at first. But what these new girls are doing, they're generating drama, they're doing stuff we've never seen before. The excitement. There's a lot of storylines. Like I'm all for storylines. And so I've been watching some of these girls that are in the pros now. Been watching them since college.
Okay.
So it's like a storyline. It's like a
It's so good.
yeah, and I love it. So that's why I say 5 to 10, maybe 0 to 5. 8-figure contracts. Like sheesh, it's coming.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Like
Women,
men and
women.
women or what?
Yeah.
All time is Carmelo Anthony. I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan.
Oh
If we're just saying all
wow.
time,
Shout out Mello.
yeah.
Damn,
Um,
that's what's up. I love to hear that. That's great. Women, women, women.
yeah, women's sports top notch. I don't know why Denver doesn't have a basketball team, a women's team.
Should we start it? I'm down.
We have to talk to the
We should start.
Nuggets. Like
We
it'll
should talk
be
to them.
yeah.
Somebody get him on the phone.
And I think we would have to call the team the Denver Tenders. And you have the Denver Nuggets. That would be
I don't like
perfect.
that.
Why not?
I don't like that. I'm gonna disagree. But I see where you're coming from. But like that to
Sheesh.
me, nah. I don't agree with that. Nah. No, do not.
Denver Tenders?
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
What's wrong with that?
Um,
What if it wasn't a women's team? You don't even like the
because
name?
I think the Nuggets, it's not like it wasn't like
I know it wasn't food. It was for the
yeah. So
gold.
then
So
I
what
don't,
would you call the women's team?
shit. The fucking Warriors, the fucking Beasts, the
The Denver Beast?
the fucking um metaphorically speaking, but a motherfucking dragon, lion, panther. Like, give me something like rar, tender.
The tenders, oh, that would slap.
It would in so many ways. You're right. I get where you're coming from, but I think we need to agree to disagree for sure.
First of all, they need to get a team. I guess the name can
Okay.
come later, but they need a team,
Okay.
bro. Like, you know how well they would do here? They would
I'd-
do extremely well in Denver.
I'd hit up those girls from the park for sure. I'd hit them
Word,
up
word.
like, hey,
That is perfect. Like, some cities don't do well with women's WNBA.
well, it's like you said, right now we're in a time of like I'm sure they've had conversations. Like they're like that, man, at some point, you're so what I was saying is that we're building like really good momentum.
Mm.
Like we are who's that got that deal?
Hmm.
I'm gonna look it up. But she got a really good deal. And you follow it, so you probably know more than I do. Let me see.
Yeah,
Last
pull it up. She got a good deal.
Mm-hmm. And W and B.
Denver just got a women's soccer team, which is cool.
Oh my gosh, did they?
Yeah. What?
Oh, I need to go.
You should
No,
be
no,
plugged in.
I'm telling you, I've been so busy, but like I am noticing, like I'm like, no, I am athletic. Duh.
Go try out. I think they're still doing tryouts.
Stop. I'm
about
pretty
to
damn good, man.
I'm
Like
about to
I'm
look it up.
all I'm saying is just give me the training and like
But if I look it up and they're still going on,
oh my god.
you got to go.
Come on.
Denver.
Oh, look at the shoes. Speaking of.
See, come on, stop the cap. Professional
Okay.
soccer team.
Rights agreement. No.
Excuse me.
What?
The stadium will be in Centennial, Colorado. So it's like right around the corner. Yeah, you should
send me that. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast. You better stop.
Oh, Peyton Manning. I don't know if you know who that is.
Oh, I do know who that is. We do know who
He's
Peyton Manning is.
Big investor for the Denver soccer team. Oh yeah, you should go try out.
He's in. Oh,
bro, go try out.
That's so crazy. I'm like, my heart is beating so fast now that you're saying that. That's crazy. I don't have. That's crazy. Right, send that to me.
Go try out for sure.
I'm telling you, with the right training, like I could just kill this shit. Okay. That'd be so crazy. Oh my god.
You gotta look into it.
You heard it. Real. You heard it here first. I
look into it for real. Like yeah.
No, that's worst not thing they say
is no, but you went out and killed though. So fuck it.
That is not it. It's gonna do the algorithm. You know how it does its thing. It's gonna pop up, and I'm gonna send it to you. But yes.
How do you feel about algorithms? Let's talk about algorithms.
Oh, please, let's talk about algorithms.
The AI and ChatGPTs.
You just asked me, and I have an answer.
All right. So we'll do some real life questions, and then we'll throw out some conspiracy questions. Real life question: How? So we've always lived in a world of AI taking over businesses. For example, like elevators. There used to be somebody in there that operated that elevator until it got to the point where we just was able to push a button. So shit's been taking people's jobs for a long time, right? ATMs just take bank tellers' jobs. Like I remember when we were growing up, we used to always go inside to the bank teller. It was definitely a thing. Now you just go to the ATM, then you go into the bank. There's only one bank teller. So it's like we've seen AI and technology take over jobs. Cool. How much longer? Or I'm not gonna say how much longer. What do you think? What industry do you think AI is gonna hit next the most? Or what are we in right now that is affecting the most?
What AI is going to get first, or get first for sure. Right, for sure, it's gonna be the socials. Okay, so the socials, like you'll see AI profiles.
Ooh,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
scary.
And now I gotta readjust. We are in Denver. Today is the second hottest day of the
Oh
fucking.
yeah, do
So
your thing.
now I'm gonna.
I'm gonna check the cameras here.
No, it's
Change
okay.
the
I'm just taking this off. Because now